My wife said her ex was family. I stayed silent. The truth spoke for me. Her phone lit up again. Same name, same tone, same smile she tried to hide every time it buzzed. I stood in the kitchen doorway, watching the blue light flash across her face as she typed back with the kind of speed and softness she once reserved only for me. I didn't say a word. Silence is a language, and she had forgotten that I speak it fluently. The message alert chimed again, twice this time. She flinched, then locked the screen as if the phone were a wound she needed to protect. I stepped forward, slowly. She tried to look casual, but guilt has a smell, a temperature, a rhythm, and I felt it in the air between us. "What is it?" she asked, pouring water she never intended to drink. Her voice trembled, just slightly, like the edge of a breaking glass. "Nothing," I said, and that was the beginning of everything. Because nothing is the closest thing to the truth when a storm is forming. She tucked her hair behind her ear, looked away and whispered under her breath, too soft for anyone but me to hear. "He's just checking on me." He, a name she once swore had no place in her life anymore. My jaw tightened, not from anger. Anger is loud, sloppy, stupid, but from calculation. Because I already knew I wasn't losing her. I was watching her lose herself. The next night she stood in front of me, arms crossed, voice shaking with rehearsed courage. "I'm not cutting off my ex just because you're insecure," she said. Her eyes were cold, her tone colder. "He'll always be my family." Family? She said it so casual, like she was offering a definition, not a confession. I stared at her for a long time, long enough for her confidence to loosen, crumble at the edges. I didn't argue. Arguing is emotional, and I had no emotions left to waste on a lie. Instead, I replayed every moment from the past month, the secretive smiles, the late-night notifications, the sudden work meetings, the unexplained perfume that wasn't hers, the sudden distance in bed, physical and emotional. None of it hurt as much as her stubbornness now, how righteous she felt while betraying me. "You're overreacting," she added, a classic move. People who cause the fire always call the burning dramatic. I kept my voice steady, soft, neutral. "I didn't ask you to cut him off." That surprised her. "So, you're fine with it?" "No," I said. "I'm patient with it." Her face reddened. Confusion is a shade darker than guilt. She opened her mouth to speak, then shut it. There are moments when silence becomes a mirror, and she was seeing herself in it for the first time. Patience is a weapon, and I sharpened mine over the next 3 weeks. I watched, listened, waited. She thought she was clever. She wasn't. When she left her phone on the couch for a moment, too long, I didn't touch it. I didn't need to. The notification preview already said enough. "I miss the old you." From him. And her reply underneath, half visible. "Sometimes I do too." My pulse didn't spike. My hands didn't shake. Instead, something inside me clicked into place. Calm, precise, surgical. That night, while she showered, I accessed our shared mobile records online. Nothing invasive, just numbers, times, durations. Enough to paint their relationship more clearly than any photograph could. Over 200 calls, more than 12 hours of talk time in 1 week. The next step was simple. I hired a digital forensics expert, quietly, legally. 2 days later, I had everything. Deleted messages, hidden folders, cloud backups she didn't know were syncing, voice notes, and one hotel booking receipt, one she made under her maiden name. I listened to her voice note to him while sitting alone in my car. "He thinks I've moved on, but I don't feel anything for him anymore. You understand me in ways he never did." Calm, even-toned, suddenly humble. She didn't destroy me. She freed me. But she didn't know that yet. Not until the night I placed the printed evidence on the dining table and sat in silence, waiting for her footsteps. She walked into the dining room, towel around her hair, humming a song that didn't belong in a dying marriage. Then she saw the folder. Her humming died instantly. Her body froze. Her throat tightened. "What is this?" Her voice sounded like a child caught stealing. I didn't look at her. I stared at the table instead. "It's everything," I said. She opened the first page, screenshots of texts. Then the call logs. Then the hotel receipt. Her knees buckled. She grabbed the edge of the table to keep from falling. "You went through my phone?" she whispered, desperate to blame me. "No." Her head snapped up. "Then how? I didn't have to go through your phone." I lifted the folder slightly. "You left a trail even a blind man could follow." Her tears came instantly. Loud, dramatic, unnecessary. She reached toward me. I leaned back. Her hand fell into empty space. "I'm sorry," she sobbed. "I was confused. I didn't mean—" "You meant every word." Silence. Her lip trembled. I pushed the final page toward her, the voice note transcript. She read it and broke completely. "I can fix this," she pleaded. "I'll block him. I'll delete everything. I'll change my number. I'll do whatever you want." She was shaking so violently the pages rattled in her hands. Her desperation didn't move me. Because you can't resurrect something you murdered yourself. I walked to the door and opened it. "For who?" she whispered. "Who are you leaving for?" "For myself," I said. She collapsed to the floor, gripping my leg, crying into my jeans, begging. "I chose you," she screamed. "I stayed with you even when—" "Even when what?" My voice was sharper than I intended. She shut up instantly. The truth tastes like blood when swallowed too fast. I pulled my leg free, slowly, firmly. And then I played the final card, the quiet one, the lethal one. I already filed the divorce papers. Her breath left her body like she'd been punched. "I thought you'd fight for me," she whispered. I did. I bent down, looked her directly in the eyes. "You just never noticed." Then I walked out. Her scream echoed through the hallway, but it didn't follow me. Nothing of her ever would again. 2 weeks later she called. First 10 times, then 20, then 50. By the third day the count hit 113. I didn't answer even once. Not because I hated her, but because I didn't need anything from her anymore. Not love, not closure, not explanations. She wanted forgiveness. She wanted another chance. She wanted the version of me she took for granted. But that man was already buried. Freedom feels strange at first, like walking through a house after a fire, recognizing the rooms but not the warmth. I stood by the window of my new apartment, watching the city lights flicker like dying stars. She taught me one final truth. Some people don't break your heart, they break your blindness. My phone buzzed again. Her name. Again. I didn't block her. Let her call. Let her feel the weight of unanswered silence. Because sometimes, silence is the only revenge that lasts. And mine? Mine echoed louder than her apologies ever could.
How could you do this?